So hi everybody, my name is Asya and I'm excited to talk to you about Atomy. So we are going to share a little bit about the company, kind of how it started and all about, it's called A to Z because we're going to really cover everything. So Atomy. What is Atomy? So Atomy has been founded on the principles, and most important principles with regards to customer success and putting the customer first. Atomy is growing significantly, and I'll share with you about our growth over the years. And they're growing with consumers and sharing generously with distributors and individuals like myself and yourself as well. So Atomy has been founded in 2009 by Hangil Park, and Atomy's global revenue as of 2021 was $2.2 billion a US, and which is actually a very very large number, as you can see. Atomy has global members as of 2021, 16 million global members, 400 employees around the world in 25 countries, and over 400 products. And Atomy is headquartered out of South Korea. So some of the global expansion, so of course, started in 2009. In South Korea, the US was the first country that we opened up. In 2011 was Japan and Canada. Then 2014 was Taiwan, Singapore, followed in 2015. And then 2016 was Cambodia, Philippines, and Malaysia. Then grew the year after to Mexico and Thailand. And then the year after to Australia, Indonesia, Russia. And then in 2022, during the height of COVID, we opened up the most countries, which was India, China, Hong Kong, and Colombia. Last year in New Zealand, Turkey, the UK, and expanding out into the EU. And this year, we opened Brazil and Mongolia. So there's a lot of growth. We've been growing significantly, and definitely COVID has not stopped the growth and expansion of Atomy. So in terms of the business model, how does Atomy create their business? So Atomy's business model was always founded on absolute quality, absolute price. And so they created the product that is high quality, but low in price. So you get the high quality products that you would get normally in the stores, but now you get them at a lower rate through Atomy. But the quality is a lot better. So instead of going and paying all these high costs for these beauty brands and all kinds of health supplements, now you can actually get it at a better price through Atomy. And they put the customer success is the number one foundation, right? Because if customers are happy, then the business is going to function and it's going to grow. So because if let's say, the company has a good product, then of course the people are going to keep buying and the repurchases are going to keep going. And then that's where the residual income is going to come for individuals who want to make money. And that's the foundation of Atomy as a network marketing company. So by putting the product first, then everything else is going to come, because if your customers aren't happy and the product is not going to sell, then nobody is going to make money. So that is the most important principle, and that's where they created the Mastership system that we're looking at here. So Atomy is a distribution company. They don't go out and create the products themselves in a lab. What Atomy has done is has gone out and partnered with some of the top manufacturing companies around the world and in different countries. So we've gone and sourced certain products around the world, like, for example, Mexico or Japan, right? Depending on where that product is made or the ingredients are found. And then what we've done is gone and partnered with the company that creates the product, and then Atomy is helped to make it better through the partnership with the manufacturers. And that's where the absolute quality and absolute price system comes in. So Atomy's partners, so Kolmar Korea is a major manufacturer, and KERI, the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute, have partnered together and created Kolmar B&H. And Atomy has a lot of manufacturers around the world that, like I said, works with to create all the wonderful products that we have today. And so the model that we have is a global sourcing, global sales. So GSGS strategy. So like I said, we'll go out into the different countries around the world, find the product, and then be able to sell it on an online website, which everybody would have access to. So it's like an online distributor, like Amazon, for example, right? Amazon doesn't sit there and make their own products, right? So they partner with everybody, and then the consumer can just go ahead and purchase whatever products they want. So for example, like the Himalayan salt or the black chia seeds, those are sourced in the US, but anybody can purchase these products through Atomy, through the Atomy global online store. And that is the opportunity that we have individually to be able to have this online store where we can sell the products without any overhead. And Atomy gives us an online website where anybody can create their account, buy whatever products they want, and has the opportunity also to be able to make an income. And that's the beautiful thing about the network marketing system and the Atomy system that Atomy has created. This actually helps to lower the marketing costs, right? I'm sure everyone's aware of the old school way of TV advertising, magazines, newspapers, online ads. They have to spend a ton of money to be able to create these commercials and ads, and then bombard us with it every single day so that it stays in our mind, and that whenever we somehow that jingle comes into our mind and we want to go out and buy the products, and it's an old-fashioned way because it doesn't build the trust with the consumers, and it costs the companies a ton of money. And instead, Atomy has developed the network marketing system, and it's what it does is it's word of mouth. So we don't have to go out and spend a lot of money and do any advertising. We just share with a friend. If we go to see a great movie, we're going to tell a friend about it. If we went to an amazing restaurant, we're going to tell a friend, oh, they need to come here. They come to Toronto, they need to go to this amazing restaurant in downtown or whatever it is, right? And so it's a word of mouth. It doesn't cost anything to me or to you, and it doesn't cost Atomy any money. So instead of that money that's going out, now they're putting it back into the pockets of the distributors and the consumers because of the absolute quality, absolute price with how we make the products. So these are the different levels and the distribution costs, as you can see here. Level 0 is the manufacturer directly to the customer. Level 1 is where there's the manufacturer and then the product goes to the distributor, and then it goes directly to the customer. And if you look here, the level 3, of course, that's the manufacturer, then they send it to the distributor, then it goes out into the retail store, and then there's like 8 different agents selling it to the consumer. So there's a lot of in between, right? So that ends up costing the company money. So the Atomy system is we don't have any agents. There's no retailers between the consumer and the manufacturer. There's no additional distribution channel cost to pay as a consumer. So it's an online distribution, like I mentioned. Reduced overhead, there's accessibility to more consumers, and there's a wider range of products that Atomy offers. And Atomy's vision, like I mentioned, the customer success is the most important. Also to become a global distribution hub, which I believe we've hit already, and become a leading company in what we do. And I believe we're there as well. Because nobody, and when I'll get to this point, is in my history of network marketing, there hasn't really been a company like Atomy. Also, just to mention, Atomy has hit the direct, is now considered officially top 10 in the direct selling world, the direct selling news. So that's actually a very huge feat. And I was in network marketing in the past, and they always talked about this being a number one coal, and the company I was with before never achieved $1 billion in sales, etc. And Atomy has. So this is actually really, really nice. So marketing structure. Let's talk about how Atomy can do what we do and how we can make money. So there is no joining fees. There's no startup fees. There's no starter packages to buy. So it's really easy, like creating a free Amazon account. You go in, you create your free customer account, and that's it. You don't have to buy anything. You have to spend a certain amount in your first 30 days. There's no automatic reordering. A lot of times with product-based network marketing companies, you need to have like an auto shipment. So you have to buy products every single month in order to be even eligible to make money. And Atomy said that's not how we want to do it for our distributors and our customers. So there's no automatic reordering. There's also no monthly fees. Like I mentioned, there's no annual fees. There's no, you have to buy a certain amount every single year. There's no personal PV flushing. PV stands for point value. So as you order products, and I'll talk about this, you get points accumulated and added to your personal account. So as those points grow, so does your commissions, etc. And those points never go to zero. So you can collect them your whole life. And as you grow, they keep adding and adding and adding. So I really like that as well. And there's no group PV flushing until commissions are received. So you're in your group, and we'll talk about this as how you accumulate points in each of your groups. They keep adding up until you get paid. So whatever that is, there's no time limit. There's no deadline. So Atomy has created actually one of the best network marketing companies out there, because there's actually no risk, and no low risk, high reward. So that's another big benefit. So the only thing is, in order for every year, your membership has to stay active. So the only way your membership would stay active is if you just have to buy one product a year. So that could be as small as toothpaste or toothbrushes. It doesn't have to be a minimum. There's no minimum amount. Just buy one thing and then it renews your membership, and that's it. Very easy. So Atomy, what we have is a binary system. So binary means you have two groups underneath yourself personally. There's other network marketing companies where you can have a lot of groups underneath you, a lot of legs. Some people call them legs. I call them legs. 2 legs underneath you. And the beautiful thing about Atomy is this actually makes a lot more sense. So having 2 groups, 2 unlimited levels, so you can grow and sign up as many people underneath your teams as you want. There's no limit, there's no cap, and you get paid on everything. So, and your ID, and anybody's ID, my ID, Aries ID, it's all global. So I can be in Canada and sign up somebody in Indonesia, and then they sign up somebody in the Philippines, and everybody gets paid on everything that happens in the groups, which is beautiful. I don't have to reach a certain limit or anything like that. So it's a 2x2, and it grows unlimited. And I don't have to know anybody in Indonesia. I'm sure you guys have heard of the 6 levels of separation, you know, Oprah through 6 levels from you. So, she could be in the US and I don't have to know her personally, and someone might sign her up. And that's the beautiful thing about network marketing, of how it grows without you and you having to even travel. Today's day and age, we have the ability to do everything virtually, remotely, and with the internet, we can connect and grow our distribution and our network and our teams around the world and connect with everybody via Zoom, like we're doing today. And that's what I mentioned here. So global business, this was what I was talking about in terms of the point value, or the PV. So every single product, when you go on the Atomy website, you can see that all the products have a PV associated with it, a point value. So as you purchase products, you keep accumulating those points. Personally, when you purchase products under your own account, those are your personal points that you collect in order to be eligible for commissions. You only need 10,000 personal points to be eligible to start making some money, which makes sense, right? So 10,000 could be like toothpaste, toothbrushes together, and we all brush our teeth, hopefully. So that's all you need, and you can start, you introduce your neighbor, your brother, and that's it. Your team grows without you, and then you can start collecting a commission just by doing that. And Atomy, so this is some examples here of some of the different products and the points that are associated with each product. So membership status, as I mentioned here, you register, you collect your points, and over the 12 months, 12 means like 12 months, and you start getting paid. So of course, their Atomy is not like a magic business. You need to actually do and talk to people, tell them about these amazing products that you're trying, post on social media. A lot of us are living there and share our whole life on there. So why not talk about some of the amazing products that you've been trying and using through Atomy? And people will start showing interest, and there are ways, and we have systems in place where we talk about how to actually enroll new members, and how to pique someone's interest, etc. And of course, if there are no products, then that's not a legal business. So Atomy sells products, and the only way that anybody can make any money is if there's products being sold. You can't just sign up people and get paid and nobody buys any products. It doesn't work that way. So Atomy pays us in a couple of ways. So the first way is general commissions and Mastership bonuses. So general commissions are very easy to earn when people in your team start buying products. And then, of course, if you want to make more money, then you might want to strive to achieve different Mastership levels, which I will talk about. And then there's even more money to be made at that level. And if you own a center, like a head office or a center in Toronto or whatever, your team's big enough, then you can get center commissions that way as well. All right, so as I mentioned, commission payouts. So in order to start being eligible to make any money, is you need to have 10,000 PV, which is the bare minimum, which doesn't take a lot. If you go on the website, you'll see how easy it is to accumulate those points personally. And then also each leg underneath you has to be at 300,000 points. Your left side and the right side would accumulate 300,000 PV, and then you start getting your first general commission check. That's when the system triggers it. So general commissions are paid every week, and it's collected daily. So the system calculates every day to see what the points are. So you could be earning this many points per day, depending on how fast and how big your team is growing and how many people are buying the products. So like I said, distributed every week. So here's a little chart to kind of give you an idea of the commission structure and the points. So if your personal points are 10,000 and each of your left and right teams or legs have accumulated 300,000 points in each leg, your commission points are, you make $25. So that's per day. So if today you make that, tomorrow maybe more people are buying more products and it accumulates again to that point, and then you make another $25 and then you get paid every week. And if your personal points, you start buying more products, right? You get to 300,000 points, and then each of your teams are at 300,000 points. Then you start making around $70 per day. And as you grow 700,000 points, and then your team, now that unlocks you to the next level, where if each of your legs have accumulated 700,000 points, you get $140 per day, and it grows from there. And of course, there are people in Atomy that are making, personally, they have more than 2.4 million points, and their teams have that higher amounts, and then they can reach these levels as well. And it's actually, for me, when I first heard about Atomy, and some of you know my story, you know, mine and my husband's, how we found out about Atomy through Walter. It was very easy for us because, and I'm going to talk about one of the products that really have convinced us was the HemoHim, and how it was so easy for us to accumulate 300,000 personal points because we just went and we bought a whole bunch of products because we wanted to try them, and we're very, very much concerned about health, because health is wealth. So we wanted to get the different supplements and products, and we're still using it to this day and love it. So it was very easy for us to get to that point. And you know, Atomy has a fair compensation plan, a fair structure in terms of commission payouts. So the traditional multi-level marketing model, you know, there's you come in, and then, you know, if you're signing up people, you know, there's no limit, like how much certain people can make. And you know, if someone comes in before you, they can make more money. You know, but Atomy has a structure where it doesn't matter where you come in, at which point, everybody, there's a cap in terms of how much commissions can be made, even if you're the top earner in Atomy. So you could be making, yes, like here, as I mentioned, you know, this is me right here, right? Someone who came in 7 years ago, and myself who came in, let's say, a couple months ago, right? The max commission amount is $1,500 per day. So that's the limit. So, I mean, you know, that most people can't even make that kind of money anywhere in their job, definitely not in their job. You know, this is definitely CEO money. If you add that up, how much are you making annually, right? So now we'll talk about the Mastership bonuses. So this is how it grows. So when you sign up, you're just like a regular distributor, right? And as you keep getting your personal points up, and you can climb the ladder and get to Imperial Master, which is the top right here. So Sales Master is the first level that, if you really want to take this business seriously, that should be your first goal, is to get to Sales Master. And when you hit Sales Master, your personal points have to be at 700,000, and your left leg and right leg have to accumulate to a total of 2.5 million points in each leg. And then you are promoted to Sales Master. And there's a certain period you need to reach this. So the 1st to the 15th of the month, or the 16th to the end of the month. So you have to accumulate those, your team work together. It's a team effort, has to accumulate within this period, the first period or the second period of the month, and then you're promoted to sales master. And Atomy will give you a nice little gift on top of the bonuses, etc., with a nice box of HemoHim, a skincare set, and the Atomy evening care set. The Diamond Master, to get to Diamond Master, your personal points have to be 1.5 million, and you need to help 2 people in each of your legs to hit Sales Master, help them reach their goal, and then you get promoted. And again, it's the same periods in the month. So the first period from the 1st to the 15th or 16th to the end of the month. So that's with every position. Once you get to those points in that period, then you're promoted. So you need to help people reach their goals in Atomy, and then you will get yours as well. So again, you will be rewarded on top of all the commissions, etc. You will also get a box of HemoHim, a skincare set, an evening care set, and a tablet as well. And so center commissions, I think we won't talk about this right now. We'll just go through that. So Atomy has a success system in place, and with everything, right? When you go, let's say you want to go buy a McDonald's franchise, McDonald's isn't just going to throw you out there and say, have fun, figure it out, right? There's a system in place that if you want to reach and be successful, you need to follow the system, follow the steps Atomy has, because Atomy knows exactly what it's going to take for us to become successful. And the company gives us the tools. They give us the formula to be able to, if we follow, then we will be successful. If we want to kind of go out and figure out how electricity works on our own, that's up to us. We're just going to be spinning our wheels, right? So what we want to do is we want to plug into Atomy's success system in order to be able to have success and make money. So the number one is attending different seminars online, which is very easy to do. Success academies, in person. We have recently I attended one, and there's another one coming up, which I'm very excited about. Go to the education center, learn from the leaders. And we have the channel Atomy page on the Atomy website, where there's a lot of resources and tools for us to take advantage of to be able to learn about the compensation plan, learn about the system, and to be able to plug into it. So HemoHim, this is my favorite product, me and my husband for sure. And we fell in love with HemoHim because, you guys mostly know our story, but I'll refresh your memory. We were introduced by Walter. We've known Walter forever. My husband Pablo's known Walter for years and years now. And Walter shared it with us about Atomy in 2021, in the summer of 2021. And we kind of said, oh, this is nice, sounds nice, but we didn't really do anything with the information. And fast forward to New Year's Eve of this past New Year's Eve, actually, we rang it in sick with COVID. And my husband got it really, really bad, almost died. And it was a dark 2 weeks in our life for sure. He said, call Walter, ask him if he can help us, get us one of those boxes of the HemoHim. He told us about, maybe this will help because we're out of options, we're out of hope. And he shipped us a box, and literally within 20 minutes of taking one of these sachets, 90% of the symptoms went away, 90%, and it lasted for 5 hours. So we could tell there's healing properties in this HemoHim. And so we started taking 6 per day. And in 3 days, I felt like I could do 10 burpees and from being dizzy constantly. And my husband fully recovered in 5 days of taking 6 of these little sachets per day. Because nothing was helping. Literally, we tried everything. Vitamin D, vitamin C, bombarding our bodies with everything we could think of. Nothing worked. My husband couldn't even feed himself. So it was bad. But the HemoHim literally was a lifesaver. So wherever we go to the Walmart, we buy something, we happen to talk to the pharmacist, my husband and I will tell anybody about the HemoHim. We talk to random strangers on the street, people we meet anywhere, and we share this information, because if you have something, a life raft, you want to give it to somebody, you want to share the good news, because don't just keep it for yourself. It's not going to help anybody. So we talk to everybody about HemoHim and Atomy, and so very important product. This is the foundation, and this is actually how Atomy started. Just to give you a quick story about the founder. Oh yeah, here we go. So the biotechnology team of the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute was the one that came up with the HemoHim for people who have been exposed to radiation for their company, right? So they come up with this product to help them, and because these people they're immune compromised, Atomy had to make sure they had to make sure that the product was going to be all natural. So there was years of testing, years of trial and different plans, and mixing everything and trying to figure out what is it going to take. So after 8 years, they realized that there are 3 key ingredients that only grow in South Korea, 3 plants that combined properly are actually going to give you your immune system a boost. So it's the NK cell vitality, right? So your NK cells are strengthened, enhanced CY cytokine production, enhanced immunity, and immunocyte vitality. So it makes you feel strong. It actually helps your immune system to fight. And if you have an autoimmune disorder, it brings it down to that perfect level. It's truly unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. And so the our CEO, he was almost sick and dying, and somebody told him about the HemoHim. So that also saved his life. And he said, I want to distribute this product and get this product in everybody's hands. And that is the foundation of Atomy, how it started. And he came up with the company to be able to distribute HemoHim, to get it to people's homes and into people's hands at a reasonable cost, because HemoHim used to be actually almost $1,000 for one box. And with his help, he has, and his vision and his strategy, now it's readily available. And if you go on the website, it's not even a fraction of that. So it's very doable, and I always tell people, what is your health worth to you, right? So that's what we need to ask ourselves. What's our health what's our health worth? And Atomy has developed amazing skincare products over the years as well. One of the best, the Fame skincare products. It's a whole bundle you can get, and these products are actually quite expensive if you go and try and buy these high-end cosmetic creams. If you go to even like at Shoppers Drug Mart, for example, right? You go to the section with all these creams, the most expensive, the creams that are said to do the best for your skin, it's not cheap. So that's why Atomy has created their products the way they have. So the partnership with Kerry and Colmar Korea has created the Colmar BNH, and it's the products are actually highly purified technology. They have a high purification technology. They have also a specific fresh herb extraction technology that's very unique, and fermentation as well, and to be able to deliver us the products that actually work. So Atomy has come up with 4 technologies specifically: the materials, the absolute code, and the delivery technology, which equals absolute technology. And in terms of the absolute code, so high-end and high-purity EGF from the plants are actually used in these beauty products. Dormant technology that stops the time of the skin by taking advantage of the dormancy period of cells, protecting the bridge dermal epidermal junction, which is the most important skin structure to protect it, and skin protection substance discovered in more than 100 years in the old Metaskoya in Yosemite National Park. So all these add up to the absolute code that Atomy has put into the skincare. So pure plant EGF, dormant lupin peptide, and yosemite ferment filtrate. So that's the secret of the absolute code that Atomy uses. And all this is found in nature. Atomy is also focused very much on producing these products that are all natural, no toxins, because we're constantly exposed to that. And you go and buy these other brands, there's a lot of toxins in these products that you're putting into your skin that's absorbing it. So this was another very important factor for me. So the material and the technology is equals to the absolute code. Also, the absolute code, once it's first created, then it goes through a different steps and processes, and in the end, it's combined with receptors on the skin of the surface. And also the absolute cell, the absolute skincare set is this one right here. And so we have the toner, there's an ampule, the serum, the lotion, the eye complex, and the nutrition cream. And the reason we have it like this is because these are the steps you're supposed to put them on. So there's a sequence. In order for you to get the biggest benefit, you need to take these products in this sequence exactly. And so the absolute toner, that's the first step. It helps to boosting the toner that tidies the basics of the skin and starts to help the absorption of all the other products that are going to come afterwards. So this is like the basic, the first thing that you put on, and then the ampule comes after. It's highly efficient all around ampule that helps to lessen the signs of aging, which we all want. Premium concentrated serum that cares for the elasticity of the skin through micro emulsion technology. This is the absolute serum. And the absolute lotion, it helps to awaken the natural strength of the skin with the lotion specifically. And the eye complex, which helps to care for the wrinkles and elasticity of the drooping area, right? As we get older, things start to change. So you need to reverse, well, I feel like the signs of the aging, right? And instead of anti-aging, Atomy, we say it's de-aging because it reverses the signs of aging and makes you look younger, reverses time. So wouldn't we all like to go back in time when we were 25? Nutrition cream, it firms up the drooping skin lines from the whole face and makes it tighter, which is important, right? It's like Botox in the bottle. So we don't need to spend a ton of money and go get injections in our face. Let's not go that drastic. It's not bad, but let's not go there right now. Maybe we can start using these absolute products on our skin first. And the omega-3s, which are amazing. We take them on a daily basis. They're from Alaskan omega-3 specifically. And what I love is they don't have any fishy smell or taste, because sometimes people are hesitant to be able to take omega-3s for that reason. Very high quality ingredients from Alaska pollock, that's wild caught, convenient in little packages, little capsules, and it has over 65% EPA and DHA, which is hard to find in omega-3s. So the refined fish oil is extracted and cleaned from the Alaska. It helps to improve the neutral blood lipid and blood circulation. And our omega-3 is convenient, and it's essential fatty acids that are necessary for our body to stay healthy. And like I said, so there's a lot of health benefits, right, from taking omega-3s. It helps to fight depression, anxiety, helps to improve your eye health, promotes brain health during pregnancy and overall brain health, helps to prevent cancers, improves bone and joint health, sleep, and fights inflammation. So these are actually very, very important for us to be able to take. So that's just some of the products. I mean, we have a lot of products we can order, and on the Atomy website, we can do a tour, but we can save that for another day. But that's my highlight overview of Atomy.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.